it's building site time. But first, we go along to the Ali Mac Heck Bridge. And amazingly, for once, the Ali Mac Hecks are actually working. Well, 2 of the 4 lifts are working, which is very rare. Usually, none of the lifts here work. So here's a rare opportunity to ride these lifts. Amazingly, it is actually working today. But it's probably not going to be working for long. I doubt I'll find it working ever again. There's only luck it was actually working. My last ever ride. And they've got free food for you when you ride the lift. And normally I just have to surf an epic lift like this, but not today, because these lifts are so crazily unreliable. Every single person that came over this bridge took the stairs. Nobody would use this lift because of how unreliable it is. And I was actually nervous getting in this lift because I was worried I'd get stuck. Just imagine if I went on top of it and I got stuck and I was out of reach of a door. Oh, that could have ended badly. So sadly I did not want to get on top, because this lift really did feel like it could break down at any moment. That felt bad. Those teeth going.
It's even the teeth over here, his heart moving.
Look, the doors are shaking like mad.
This especially for Nightscape. You're being watched by CCTV. Bridge jumping is prohibited. So then now we go along to a random building site. What lifts does this building site have? Well, let's find out. So you jump over a fence and there appears to be no cameras and we couldn't see any security about. But there definitely are security on site on a site this big. So we just have to make sure we avoid security. But security could be patrolling and we could bump into him at any moment, which makes this medium risky, I'd say. So now go along to the lifts in this unfinished building. And the lifts are some eco discs, but both these lifts couldn't be called. Maybe the lifts have been left on car preference. So we go up to the ground floor to find out, and yes, one of them's on car preference, which is quite common for building sites. So I actually have a bell put in a lift, which is quite amazing. You actually pay someone just to be in the lift all day, checking who goes in it. But it's Sunday, there's no one in this lift, and we couldn't operate this lift because it's a flat where the button panel is and it's padlocked shut. We can't take a ride inside the lift, but we can still go on top it. So let's surf it. And up we go to the top floor. Let's take a look in the cabinet. And here's a standard EcoDisc cabinet. This would have the newer lockings of LCE, which locks very quickly, but as the lift's just been installed, the menus are not yet locked. And we put the lift back into normal just so it doesn't draw attention being on inspection. And then we found out, even though it was on car preference, we can still call the lift from the cabinet. Right, that'll be our way out of this building.
Doors closing.
Oh, that's how we get ourselves out. So now we go and take a look at the other lift. We open up the cabinet, and this new cabinet has some really nice LEDs. I've never seen this LED effect before in a Logic cabinet. This looks really nice. And this lift has one fault 21, which means either no safety or it's been left on inspection. So it's most likely that this lift has not yet finished being installed. So then we now go along and take a look at the new flats that are being built. So welcome to my new flat. Welcome to my new home. I've just brought this home. As you can see, it's not quite ready yet. Got a nice floor. Kitchen hasn't been put in yet. The lights don't yet work. As you can see, this is my other room. This is my bedroom. It's a 1-bedroom flat. It's quite a small flat. Oh well. So we go into one of the flats, take a look out of the window, and then I see security. John, don't go near the window. He's going into his office. He didn't see us, but he's there. So now, no, he didn't see us. So, security hasn't seen us, and we know security's location, so we'll be fine as long as we keep track on his movements. But we did not know this at this time. There was actually a second security guard here who was on patrol, and at this point we are blissfully unaware of this. So this is definitely like playing Five Nights at Freddy's or Slenderman or a computer game or something. We know security's location. Well, we knew his location 5 minutes ago. We just have to hope he hasn't moved. Ooh, that's nice. Security's right down, he's literally just down there. So then, now let's go along to the roof. See, he can't see us from here. As long as he doesn't patrol. So I'll be going to the roof and... here's the roof level. Let's take a look around. So then I now get the classic Urban Explorers picture, which loads of Urban Explorers like to get when they're on a roof of a building. So then we come looking around this roof, and then Jordan spots the second security guard, and he was in the building next to us and was looking at us. Where? Why aren't you joking? Was he looking? Oh dear, security have spotted us. We need to get out. But what route out of this building site should we take? Which routes would security take to try and catch us? We need to avoid him. So, will he try and catch us on the way out? Well, there's several ways out. We'd either leave via ground floor or the basement. And I think it's actually more likely a security guard would come up the stairs to catch us. Which means, since we can still call the lift from the cabinet, we can use the lift to escape. And if we do this at the exact right moment, we'll be going down in the lift just as security's running up the stairs to catch us.
Doors open. Doors closing. Doors closing.
If he cancels the call, we're still
And while we're in this lift going down, security was running up the stairs to the top floor to catch us. We had avoided him. But then, when the lift arrived at a lower ground floor, security heard the lift's voice.
Lower ground floor.
If he hears that, should we run?
Doors opening.
And he knew we were on the lower ground floor, and he came running back down the stairs, and we ran for it. And we managed to escape. We survived the security in the building site, but will we survive the alley back heck?
No! The Alley Mac Heck Show. What the fuck? Today we feature Benno and Jordan.
So then, now we go along to a really nice looking conference room with RGB lighting to play with. We have now rented this room just for us. We are the guys that rent out random rooms. Of course, we can afford to use this facility. This facility costs nothing compared with the amount of money I've got. I can easily afford to rent out 100 of these massive conference rooms. We are so totally not just randomly gone in and playing with the light switches. Oh, it does have RGB. Oh, that's my colour there.
You can set mode.
Yeah, I thought it had RGB, and I'm correct, it does have RGB. I haven't done colours. That side's the blue side, this side's the yellow side. There's two more up there. Should we turn all of them on? Yeah, come on. That's the cyan side, and that's the green side. We've definitely paid to use this facility, haven't we? Oh, what colour have we got on this side? Cyan and blue. Oh, no, that's in Benno purple, that's better. That side's... Oh, actually, this does look nice. So, we've come to our conference. We've set up the colours that we want for our conference.
Let's go the blue. You know, we go to German train station. Boom.
Oh, yes. Fido. So then, it's now night time, which means it's time for a nighttime scaffolding climb. Oh, is it? It just smells this set of steps really badly built. Look how badly built this is. Actually, this scaffolding is really dodgy. This is the dodgiest set of scaffolding I know of in London. Normally London's better in this. This scaffolding seems pretty amateur. This wood's not even tight down. This wood keeps moving. When I stand on it, it keeps moving. This is really... I do not like it. This scaffolding is dangerous. Yeah, this scaffolding is really right dodgy. Now I need to go back. There's no way to next floor this way.
Is it like a way in?
Now I need to go to the roof.
And then we hear someone talking about the fact we're on the scaffolding. I couldn't see the person, but Jordan spotted him, and he was in the window of the building. We actually thought this building was completely empty. Turns out on the upper floors it's flats. We'd been caught and he was phoning the police, so we had to get out of here quick. That was a disappointing scaffolding climb, because we could have got on the roof from this scaffolding. Oh,
that's so annoying. We didn't even get to the top of that. What a piss take. I want to get on top of that. You could actually get to the roof. It was slightly high. There's no ladder, so it'd be a bit awkward, but you could have got to the roof. So, that's piss annoying.